And this one is about not giving up. And I really feel moved today. I feel emotional and I feel moved. I was listening to my friend Holly on KSKQ radio, which you can stream online anywhere in the world. Um, she just played a song called Don't Give Up by Michael Franti. And he was talking about for a brighter day, believe that there's going to be a brighter day. And it might be tomorrow. It might not be today, but it might be tomorrow. And so I suffer from depression, and I've had suicidal thoughts. I've had near death experiences because of my health. And I'm still here. And I know there's a reason why I'm still here, and I'm not going to give up. But there are days when I really rely on my partner to help me get lifted, and I need upliftment sometimes. I'm not perfect. Boy, oh boy, am I not perfect. Um, if you just need someone to talk to, I'm going to put in the comment section, or in the description, a phone number that you can call anonymously and just have someone to talk to. If you don't have a therapist, or you're just having a rough time, you will get through it. You will get through it. And sometimes you just have to surrender and say, you know what, today just sucks and it's not going well and I'm overwhelmed. Just say it out loud and just surrender, and cry if you need to, get upset if you need to, whatever it is, and just surrender and say, today's not great and I'm just giving up for today, and just lay back and just surrender. Um, I I know this sounds very serious, and it is serious, but I always want to look on the brighter side, because I can embrace the darkness, and I've been in the darkness, and I know that laughter and humor is one of the things that actually pulls me out every single time. And my partner knows that, and he does a good job. Matt does a good job pulling me out sometimes, and I had that happen recently. Um, so he used humor, and he just took me through the voice of love and the voice of fear, and I was basically all in the voice of fear, but he was making it funny, and I could just laugh at myself and go, yeah, I'm definitely speaking in the voice of fear instead of love. And so I wanted to show you some of these stones here, that help me, and you probably have these things in your life that remind you of these really special moments. And this particular rock reminds me of creamsicles when I was a kid. That was one of my favorite things about summer, was getting creamsicles and just how delicious they were. So this always reminds me of the joy of childhood. This also reminds me of snowflakes. This is snowflake obsidian. And I think this is banded carnelian, if I remember correctly, this one. Or maybe an agate, I can't remember. But this one is snowflake obsidian. And just think about the times, if you've lived in a place or gone to a place where there were snowflakes coming down and you stuck your tongue out. I still do it as an adult. And just thinking about that gives me pleasure and makes me smile. I can feel the smile on my face just thinking about it. So there's all those things that remind us of the times that were better if the time isn't great right now. And this is why I have stuffed animals around. And now I just got two kitties, and they are quite precocious. And I do have some scars, um, because we're training them and loving them, and they're loving us back in their playful way. And sometimes they cause pain. So, even the positive things in life sometimes cause pain. And I have pain every day. I have fibromyalgia. You probably have pain every day. You might have something else going on, but it's always a struggle. and there's always challenges and there's always pain, but that is what binds us together in a lot of ways. And finding a way through that is what helps, reach out. It's the help that we can give others because we understand what they're going through. It helps us have empathy and compassion. And in the times that we are having a rough time and we don't have empathy and compassion toward ourselves, that's when we need to reach out and find a way to ask for help. And there's a lot of help out there. So I am going to post that number. I didn't write it down, but it is the Lifeline. I will post it for you if you just need someone to talk to and you don't have a therapist. Get a therapist if you can. Therapists are wonderful. I highly recommend it for mental health. Our mental health is just as important as our spiritual health and our physical health. It's extremely important. So please take care of your mental health and don't be ashamed. We all have these challenges, and even if somebody looks like they don't, they do. Just ask. Believe me. So I also wanted to bring up, I am going to share something in this reading. So each one of these cards, once you choose your card for the reading, each one of you is going to get a special treat. I hope you consider it a special treat, a sign from your spirit guides of how they are reaching out to you and showing you that they're there for you and they're helping you and they know what you're going through and they will help you through this. And so I'm going to be pulling a card for that. I'm also going to do something kind of fun. I think all of us are creative, and when we use our creative forces, it certainly helps us get through things. And there's so many ways we are all creative. So I'm going to pull a card at the end of each reading to encourage you to do something creative. And I hope you'll find it fun. And if you like it, let me know and comment in the comments what has helped you today, and maybe you'll help someone else along the way. Thank you so much for watching. Card 1, Card 2, and Card 3. Group 1, you are so creative. I feel like this group is extremely imaginative, creative. You believe in the fairies, you believe in unicorns, you actually love that realm of possibility and rising out of the desert, this vibrant idea person that you are. You have an extreme tapped in source of creative ideas. And this is where you thrive. You thrive when you are being creative and sharing your imagination, whether that be through writing or dancing or creating fairy wonderlands in your garden. You just are extremely full of great ideas that inspire a lot of people, and you have a very positive outlook on life, which doesn't mean that you have challenges as well. But it's interesting because the 5 here, we've got a 23 in illumination. This is, fives are transitions, and this is a transition right now. Maybe the thing you were creating wasn't providing the inspiration, or you're just overwhelmed with things in your life right now. And so some of those creative things are set on the wayside. They're set, they haven't gone by the wayside, but they are set off to the side. And you really want to get back to them, but you feel like you're kind of overwhelmed with things right now. And so what's really cool is this leads into this breakthrough. So even though it's a 5 going into a 4, when we add it together, it's, that's what's funny about this, because it's actually not going backward. It's actually looking at things in a new way, because a 4 is all about stability and what what your strengths are. So sometimes we do need to take a step back. It doesn't mean we're going backward. We're just taking a step back and giving ourselves a wider perspective, if that makes sense. Um, so what I love about this is this card looks like something has broken through these rocks, like literally been cut out. And there's this formation here in the middle. I believe this is in Sedona or somewhere like that. Um, I don't remember this exact formation, but I believe it's somewhere in Arizona, if not New Mexico. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, um, I just love this figure coming out of this pyramid. It's green. It's come from the heart space, which is where so much of our creativity comes from. It feels like it's coming from our mind, but the true ideas, the ones that carry us from the beginning of the project to the end, are heart centered ideas. Because if our heart wasn't in it, most of us wouldn't stick with it. When the going gets tough, our heart needs to be engaged. So I love the fact that you also got green and peach down here. So you see all of this green and peach, even in these two cards. The synchronicity is amazing. I love it because green is the heart space. Green is the new idea, the fresh new start of something. Look at this fresh fresh leaves. And look at this synchronicity. I love this. These leaves carry over. I mean, they're the same. They look like they're the same leaf. And here they are in this stillness, this piece of this peach of stillness. um, so we've got revitalize your nervous system and 31, which when you add it together is a 4. So we've got two 4s and a 10 here. Peach, inhale a breath of life. So this is really for you, it's about taking a step back, taking a moment, if that's taking a bath, lighting some candles, some aromatherapy, and just allowing yourself to lay back and take a fresh perspective, because you are so vital. Your energy is so vital in this world. You come up with new ideas all the time and you make things better. So you need to make things better for yourself right now as you're going through this transition. Do things in your environment, in your power, that's easy and allows you to have a moment to just take a step back and say, I'm going to come at this from a different angle when I'm ready. I'm going to take my time. So let's see what else we can find out about this transition that you're in and this breakthrough that's coming up, because this new beginning is super cool, and it's going to illuminate you and make you feel so full of a breath of fresh air, and it's just going to make you want to get up and get going. But right now, take a deep breath, relax, sit back, and let's see what comes out about this. And the cards are not jumping very fast, so it really is important to take a step back right now. The cards are even just taking their time coming out. But look what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so you have the sun, which is absolutely positive. Even if it were in reverse, it would be positive because there's nothing negative about this card. It is absolutely illuminating. It makes things grow, brings abundance. It's so positive, and I love that you got that at the bottom of the deck. So what else do we have here? We have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Magician, number 1, and another 5. So we've got 2 5s in this reading and 3 4s. Wow. Okay. So if you don't know already, look up the meaning of 4 4s. That is super powerful for you. You are entering into this new phase, and it's going to be very stable and very, it's going to make you feel safe. So hold on. You're going to get through whatever you're going through, and it's going to be okay. And things are going to even out and get stable. So the King of Pentacles, he's very at ease here. He's got his abundance of grapes. He's holding on to his pentacle. He has his eyes closed, which in cat language, when a cat has their eyes closed, that is a sign that they feel safe. They don't have to be on high alert. And this is where you're heading. You're heading into this very abundant, rich and verdant. I just feel that word verdant is, goes along with green. Things are going to be looking up, and maybe they've already started. It's just having faith that this is going to continue for you. And this kitty again is very, very comfortable with the pentacles that she has, and she's very aware of her strengths and the good things that she has in her life. So maybe just reassessing, what are the really good things about myself and about my life right now that I can be grateful for and build on. It's really powerful. The Four of Pentacles is all about just feeling good about what you have. And then you've got the Magician. So this is really powerful because you can look at, see that, it looked like there was a glitch there. I hope it doesn't show up too badly. Anyway, look at the Magician and see all of your strengths. You've got things in your physical realm, as well as your mental realm, your emotional realm, your spiritual realm, all of your strengths, the things that you have to offer in this life. And you get to choose which one you want to go forward with and reap this abundance. So, what makes you the most happy? This is a decision making card. You get to make that decision. Which direction do you want to go in? You have all of these strengths. You have all of this support from your divine spirit team and your higher self. So reassess, if you need to, all of the things that you are really strong in, and go forward with the one that brings you the most heart pleasure. And then we've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about looking at the structure of things. And I'm really drawn to the cup here. You know, some people have, me included, sometimes I see this card as kind of a tricky card because I have a very negative experience with religion. I was brought up in a cult, so I left that and I haven't looked back. But spirituality is very important to me. And so look at your emotional area of faith. This is about having faith, and it's a 5. So it's a transition. And it's very important to recognize where your faith lies in this situation, because sometimes when we're in transitions, we kind of lose faith in things. And, trusting your higher self. I was reading a book about the higher self with Edgar Casey, and he talks about the higher self being the only thing he trusted, because outside forces can be manipulative, and our inner voice is the most important. So look at your inner voice and really see what is right for you, and don't worry about what other people are going to think or will think. I mean, just embrace who you are and what your faith is. Your faith might be in animals, it might be in trees, it might be in sunshine, it might be in reading books in the sunshine, whatever that is, whatever that thing is that lifts you up, that's what's important. So find that for yourself and embrace it. Don't worry that you're missing out on something or that there's something you should be doing. If that word should enters into anything, reject it because it's somebody, some other force trying to manipulate you. So even our own minds can put shoulds on us. So please pay attention to those shoulds. But overall, I mean, my goodness, this is extremely supportive. And you have two major arcana here. So out of four cards, two major arcana and two minor arcana, that is an equal balance of trusting yourself and your divine self, which is your higher self, you know, the one who has a higher perspective and is clued in to the subconscious and the higher consciousness. And a lot of times we get those messages if we're paying attention to our dreams, because in our dreams, that's where we access our higher selves. So I hope that's helpful. Now I'm going to pull a couple of cards about your spirit team and what messages they're sending you. So these are your cards about your spirit team. Your spirit team wants you to listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. This this is what your spirit team is trying to show you, is that you get messages through your inner ear. What do I mean by that? Some of you may know, but if you don't, look up clairaudience. Everyone has clairaudience, and you can develop that even deeper. But this group, I really feel like you do get messages that are, you know, just drop into your mind, and that's your inner ear. That's you hearing something from your spirit team. And you may not know where it comes from, but that's where it comes from. So they really want you to look at the actions and when it comes to other people, look at the actions and the tone. Really listen deeper than the surface of the word. So if someone tells you they love you, for example, what actions are they using around those words? Really pay attention. That's just one example. But really, this is you are being asked to pay attention to words and see beyond the words. You are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much we love how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. And you do. You have a tremendous spirit team. You have much more than one guide, and you are extremely guided. As I said earlier, you had two even um, major arcana. You know, you have a really wonderful balance, and I feel like you know that. So just really trusting and asking your spirit team what, ask them for help as you go through this transition. If you have spirit guides that you know can help you with the actual transition, they can actually ask you. You can actually ask your spirit team specifically, like if you're having a problem with your car. I've actually done this before. You can ask your guides who have experience with mechanics to please help you fix your car, and they do. It's crazy. It sounds crazy, but it works. So you do have this spirit team that are there to help you, and when you ask for help, they will help you. So this is your creative card as we close this reading. This is for you to think of something creative and do something creative today to help you get through this transition. So your prompt is conduct an interview. So maybe you want to conduct an interview with your spirit team. ask them some questions. You can write in a journal the question with your right hand, and then with your left hand, your receiving hand, write the answer that you feel come into your mind, because you're going to actually be able to hear that answer from your spirit team. Just trust that it's going to come through. So, just do a simple interview, ask 3 questions, write them down with your right hand, and then tune in, take a deep breath, and write with your left hand the answer. It might come from your higher self, it might come from your guides. That's a fun way to do an interview. You could also conduct an interview of someone that, or some, go to a shop and interview somebody that has an interest in music just like you, and maybe have them suggest some off the wall music that you've never heard of, and you know ask them more information about it. Interview them. Interview somebody you've never talked to before. um, Interview yourself. Interview your inner child. Have some fun with it. Paint an interview. If you have a cat or a dog, interview them and write down, have you could really have some fun with this. Ask them questions and imagine their responses. I mean, I know there's a video, family, Amy and Family, I think it is, on YouTube, and I love their show because they have Penny the talking cat, and they interpret what she says. Excuse me. And it's hilarious. It's really fun. So have some fun with it. Get yourself through this transition. You are extremely creative. You are extremely gifted. You are so vital to this world, and you need to be honoring yourself and taking time to honor the beauty that you bring into this world. I'm so grateful that you're here. I care about you. I love you. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching. Group 2, you are extremely gifted in comparing your heart and your crown. Like, you get so much information between, it's like it's poured into you. You have your heart and your crown chakra wide open, and you are just so loving and generous, and not always loving toward yourself, but you are loving to others and animals. So now we just need to help get you back into this mode of feeling like you deserve to be loved. You deserve to have all of the love that you give out brought back to you. And that's not easy, because you're so generous, and you came to this world, into this world, just being generous with your love. Like, you just had your heart wide open, and you've given love all of your life from the minute you were born. So it's time to draw back in a little bit and have some contemplation, silence, knowing, releasing control, because sometimes that is just overwhelming. Now, if you are an empath, most likely you are this group, I feel like you have ancient ancestors who probably are star beings, and you are a star being yourself, and you identify with star beings and the stars in general. You just feel like sometimes you don't belong here because it's hard. This earth is a school, and it's a challenge, and especially for those who don't feel like it's hard to love. So why isn't that love just available for everyone? You give it out, but it's hard sometimes for you to feel that love pouring back into you. And I don't believe that saying, that whole idea of the old idea of karma is, you get what you give. I don't believe that's true, because if you look at people who have done awful things. They very often are heads of corporations and have lots of money and have, what looks like a very rewarding life. And people who have given their hearts and souls into service and helping people very often aren't rewarded with appreciation. It's more of a give me more. People want more from you when you give so much already. So I don't know in this domain, in this dimension, on the earth plane, if that is possible to actually, for someone who knows another life before you arrived in this one, where it's easy, everyone just gives and takes equally. It's not a struggle. But on this planet, in this dimension, it's very difficult sometimes to feel the love coming back to us in the level that we give out, especially if you're an empath. So it's not about giving more, it's about focusing in on what you need right now and trusting that you have this beautiful team that you can call on to help you, and just pulling in and using your third eye and your crown portal to just feel that unity and to not feel so separated, to actually feel that connection strengthen. And, sometimes what happens with this heart portal being wide open is that things happen that cause us to mistrust other people. And so it's time to pull back right now and just take a breather and, surround yourself with things that make you feel loved and comforted and have some fun, makes you feel safe and you can enjoy yourself. So let's see. Oh, I want to look at the numbers really quick. We've got a 20, which is a 2 when you add it together, and an 8, which is strength and courage, and a 7. So, well, and actually a 6. Oh, wow. Okay. 6, 7, 8. That is super powerful. So this is about significant relationships and really pulling back and focusing on that. Your significant relationships are the ones that matter. It may just be one person. It may be animals and one person. Whatever that is, focus on that. That's where you get your strength, and that's where you're going to help. It's going to help you pull through this transition. And also, just the strength in your faith, whatever that may be, that things are going to look up and things are going to get better because you're going to get through this. The contemplation is all about just having a moment to yourself where you can just relax, and you don't have to feel like you have to perform for anyone or mask. If you feel like you mask or you need to fit into certain groups, just pull back and take the time. Maybe take the entire weekend if you have that space, whatever space you have, where you don't have to be out in public, you don't have to be with other people, and just allow yourself that safe space of being yourself all the time, 24 hours a day, because that will strengthen you. So let's see what else we can find out about this situation. And don't give up. You can keep the faith just by taking some time off. Oh, we got a 4 here. Oh, that's awesome. I'll talk about that here in a second. Let's see what else. Look at all these cards pulling out. All right, so we got some more wand energy. Anything else for group 2? Awesome. Okay. More look at all this wand energy. Okay, so you're extremely passionate and creative, and you can see here at the bottom of the deck we have 3 of wands. So the 3 of wands is about waiting for that perfect moment to make this decision, and right now is not that time. So you just need to take a moment off because you've been absorbing a lot of energy and it's been bringing you down. And it's time to just relax and trust yourself. So, this is interesting. I love this. The 10 of Wands in reverse. So you can lay down the burden. Lay down the burden. Just lay it down. You are being released from this overwhelm of passionate giving that you've been doing. So you can just lay that down and relax. You need to know how much you give. And it's it's probably caused this tower moment, like, I can't do this anymore. I have given so much and I don't see it coming back. So it's time to just surrender, take some time off, be in your safe place, your fortress of solitude, and focus on what is working, this stability that you have within your home and within your circle. So that may be your animal friends, that may be your significant other, it may be your children. Just spending some time with people you don't have to mask with is really, really important. It's going to uplift you and it's going to feel like a celebration. Have a celebration because you deserve it. And this ace of, or, oh, I thought it was an ace. It's a knave of wands. So it's going to allow you to go back out with a fresh perspective and with passion. And you have such passion in your heart and you share that. It's just an unconditional love and joy that you share with the world. So it's time to enjoy that for yourself as well. And this Knave of Wands is fresh energy, going out with a new passion and a new way to share yourself without oversharing and, you know, reserving some of that energy for yourself so that you can really enjoy your life. So I want to pull some cards for signs of your spirit team and how they send you signs. So we got gratitude, serenity, and inspire passion. Okay, so I love this. You've got purple, blue, and orange. So this is your creativity, this is your voice, and this is your higher self. This is your crown chakra, which we know is very activated in you. So just expressing gratitude for and just noticing the things that are in your life. That's that Four of Wands. The things and people and love that's in your life, focus on that. That is enough. And you have created that. And so celebrating that in your life. Serenity, yes, taking some time to just relax. And here we've got some water. So maybe just expressing that you feel overwhelmed and you need some time with yourself, because the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Inspire passion. You already do that. Now do it for yourself. You inspire people all the time to think in new ways, to approach things from a new direction. Your creativity inspires other people. So now it's time to really honor that for yourself. Don't let yourself run out of energy when it comes to time to create something for yourself. So, instead of giving it all, hold some or use your energy for yourself first in the morning, let's say, for a project that you really want to do or something that inspires you and makes you feel hopeful. Do that first in the day so that by the end of the day, if you're worn out and you just don't have extra energy, you've already done that thing that just gives you that extra juice, gives you that extra spice in your life. It's so important. So I'm going to pull one more card, and this is about creativity. So this is from an actual writing guide, but I think it applies to all creative things. And this says study opening lines. So, for example, um, you might open books and look at the opening lines and see what that inspires. It might inspire a painting, it might inspire a drawing, it might inspire a song. Who knows what it'll inspire? Just look in different books that you have. Just randomly pull books. Go to the library, pull books randomly off the shelf, or look at plays. However you want to do this, and see what it says. So I'll give you an example. My wound is geography. It is also my anchorage, my port of call. And that's from Pat Conroy, The Prince of Tides. So that's the first line. I can see that being a painting, a very abstract one. It could be actually very specific. You could have boats in it. You could have an actual, if you take it literally. But the idea is it's a wound. So that could be a song. I think that's really cool. My wound is geography. So those are just fun ways that you can spark a new idea for yourself. Look at the opening lines of some of your favorite poems and see what that inspires. Sometimes I used to do that with collaging. So maybe it will inspire you to go out and take pictures of certain things and collage them together. Have fun with it. Do something for yourself. You deserve it. I care about you. I love you. And I hope to see you next time. Take care. Group 3, welcome to your reading. This is very interesting. I feel like you have some duality here. On the one side, you have this very strong, joyful, positive, loving side, and then this conflicting side. And it pulls you down. It really pulls you down into this dark hole sometimes. And I feel like that's what's causing this difficult time right now, and why it's so important for you not to give up, because this is an 11. So you have mastered this. And that may be where your frustration is. You have mastered this. You've mastered so many things in your life. I feel like there's just so many things that you recognize in your life that are going well. And yet you have this side that just that pulls you down sometimes, and you're really hard on yourself about that. But here's the thing, it's really normal. Even people who are mostly positive all the time have those down times, and it's why we need support, and you deserve to have a beautiful team of supporters. And I do feel like you have a relationship with someone that you feel safe with, and it's actually pretty magical, which is really interesting too. This 6 right here is normally in the traditional tarot. 6 is the lovers, and I feel like this is the lovers card. And so the fact that this 6 is about challenges is that's why I'm really getting this duality. So there may be some challenges that come up because you're torn between this duality. It tears you in two sometimes, and it makes you feel like it's unbalanced, but it truly can be balanced. It's just a matter of looking at it and accepting it, and seeing where you can focus your strengths. And it actually, I see this attract success, number 7, and this is a 9. So on this side, you've got a 9 and an 11. So this is an end of the cycle, and this is a mastery of the cycle. So it feels like you've been in this cycle for a long time. Maybe you've been with someone a very long time, or been in some kind of relationship for a very long time. And it's, your subconscious is kind of wanting to shake things up or do things in a different way. And you're not sure how to do that. And you don't want to rock the boat. So it's really about finding a way to communicate this. I feel like this is about communication, and do it in a way that you can feel heard and feel like you can move forward. So let's see what else we can find out about this situation that will help you. And the cards are popping, so this is awesome. That will help you go forward. And it feels like they definitely have some passion here. It's very creative, and it's also very passionate. So sometimes that can be frustrating too, because you have all this passion, and sometimes it's overwhelming, or it wears you out. Like, you want to have that passion all the time, but the truth is your body can't handle all that passion all the time, and you have to take a break. And it's hard to take a break sometimes. I know I have ADD, and I definitely don't like taking breaks, but I've learned that I can do a lot more and have more fun when I take breaks and allow my body to rest and feel like it's replenished before I attack my next project. And look at this, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So it is about a decision, and it's about trusting yourself, your intuition, your higher self to make this decision, because this isn't an easy decision, or it doesn't feel like an easy decision right now. I believe these are the first two cards that popped out. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, so this probably has to do with money, and feeling like there's a lack of money, and that money is holding you back. And that's very frustrating, because you feel like you don't have control over it. Because, wow, okay, this is cool. You've actually been released from this tower moment. So, something, you want to shake things up, and you aren't having this tower moment. So this tower moment isn't happening. You want this tower help. You want something major to happen, so you can just use that as the breaking point. But it hasn't happened. So that's causing some frustration, and you're butting heads about this financial situation, either with yourself internally, and you've got all these rules set up, and kind of unwritten laws as well as laws in your situation. And the Emperor is all about, kind of my way or the highway, and it's also about institutions. So this has to do with, you've got the Ace here. So it's the duality between the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. So you feel like you have this opportunity, or maybe you don't know what that opportunity is at this moment, but it's coming very soon, and it's going to help you make this decision. So going with the thing that makes you feel like you're reignited, your passion is reignited, is what's important, because this is a lot of shoulds right here. And these shoulds are really holding you back and causing a lot of strain and overwhelm and extreme anxiety. So, and also feeling like you're left out in the cold, and you can't go forward with this new situation. You've been in this situation for a long time, and you're very frustrated, and you feel like outside forces are causing you to stay in this situation, and you don't know how to get out. So what's interesting, look at all these pentacles, and even the pentacles are on the top of the podium here. we've got pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. So this is definitely about earthly goods and services, things that you need to survive and feel like you can thrive. These things are feeling like you can't access them, or it's not coming to you, and you've been waiting very unhappily, and you deserve this, whatever this is. You deserve it, and it needs to come, but you don't know how to make that happen. So you've got the ace here pulling this back from this gateway and getting to enter into this new dimension, this new opportunity, this new, unknown. So the unknowns cause anxiety as well. That's where our fears really kick up, in this darkness, and we feel like we're blindfolded and we don't know the next best thing. So just taking a step back, looking at all the things you do have going for you. You do have love in your life. You do have all of these skills and abilities and synchronicities showing up in your life. So just taking a step back and reassessing, okay, these things are working. Everything is not for not for naught. It's actually really important to focus on what you want and to take a little step. Now, the Knave of Pentacles is all about fresh energy and taking one step at a time and being very methodical and it's maybe not in your nature to be methodical, but in this situation, it is about being methodical and taking one little step at a time and noticing all of this yellow in this card. This is all very positive. It's the sun coming in, and we've got the sun here. It's going to bring that sun back into your life instead of all this darkness and uncertainty. And just noticing all of these yellow flowers and the things that are around you that are little sparks of positivity in your life, even if that's, noticing when your cats are doing something funny or your dog's doing something funny or watching funny videos or something that just gives you that little spark back. Do those things to reward yourself for doing the hard things. Mastering this situation has been hard, and you've worked through it, and you've deserved to actually enjoy honoring that. It's not easy to master something. So now that you're ready for this new thing, it is going to lead you to success. And it's going to lead you to earthly success, earthly abundance, but it's going to be maybe a slow start. So take your time, really do something that your heart is in and you feel like you can be spontaneous and enjoy and be creative, because that's where your strength lies. And also with your significant other, how do they fit in this new scenario? And if they don't fit, that's the time to have this communication and talk about this direction you need to go in, or make the important decisions to move on and try something new. So I'm going to pull a couple cards that have to do with your spirit team, because you have an important spirit team that is there to help you, and you can reach out to them, and actually they want you to reach out and ask for their help. And they're going to send you lots of synchronistic things. So that may be numbers, that may be keys, that may be feathers, that may be song lyrics that just speak to you. Whatever that language is that you have with your spirit team. Maybe they throw you dimes or quarters, or you find dollars, or just it can be any number of things, a certain color or a certain shape. They're sending you those symbols to let you know that they're there for you, and you can ask them for their help. And especially, asking your higher self is really important, because your higher self is clued in with your spirit team. They are connected with your higher self. And your higher self is going to give you answers even when you're sleeping, at night. And you may have your eye mask on and your earplugs in and all of that, but you actually hear messages in the night. So that's the time to pay attention. Ancestral wisdom. This is an interesting one. It's You may have ancestors who are in your spirit team, and they want you to break the cycle that they were in, and maybe the lessons that they learned in their life now that they're on the other side, and they learned a lesson about life that they're sharing with you, that they don't want you to go through some of the things that they went through. So those are some things that may be coming through, and very often they might be coming through in your dreams or in unexpected moments where you just remember something, and you remember it in a new light, or you see things in a new light, and that is a sign that you're getting support. So paying attention to those things. And the last card I'm going to draw is for your creativity. You're a very creative person. You have an extreme connection with your creativity. And so I pulled this card. It's called, it says eliminate words. So what that means is approach your creativity in a way that eliminates words. So maybe, it's doing something fun like playing charades and not using words, using acting skills, or communicating with an animal and actually sending them hearts from your heart space, little hearts. If it's a little hummingbird, maybe sending little hearts so that they know that you're there, and they already feel your energy anyway, but just, connecting with them, or connecting with your fur pet, your fur animals, furry, what am I saying? Fur children, connecting with them in a way without words. You're actually telepathically communicating with them. You can do this with drawing or painting, being really just using your imagination, your color choices, your shape choices to communicate what you're feeling. That's one of the things that I love to do is just free form paint and or create without an initial plan, and create something without any words at all. It's really fun. So just some ideas. This might inspire you in other ways. So if you have other ideas, put them in the comments. You might inspire someone else as well as yourself. Thank you for listening. I love you. I care about you. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you next time.